The showdown is not meant to cause offense or harm. The viewer acknowledges any reliance on the accuracy or completeness of said content should be done at their own discretion. The host apologizes in advance for any affront as a result of personal attacks.
So let's take counsel. He's not Miller Huggins. Let's take him aside. And one other thing, don't make it sound like that he can go home for dinner every night. That is not 10 minutes, okay? He's not going to rent a helicopter. You go on that for, you know what the traffic is? You got to get to that airport 6 hours before flight time in case you can't get there because of the roads. And that's how you get to Milwaukee. I live in Connecticut. How about if I took a job in Philadelphia? It's about the same distance. Am I close to home? No, I'm not. I'm not close to home. So I'm mad at everybody right now.
Dog, I had to run that back. Christopher Mad Dog Russo on the show. That you were so inspired yesterday, pal. I had to run that back because they're selling us some nonsense. Just tell us you're doing it. Stop selling us. Oh, his kids are in the Big Ten. He wanted to be close to home. He's in a different city, dog. No, bravo. Good job.
Yeah, it's too far. And, listen, I'm not trying to say I would have good for counsel, $40 million for 5 years, but he didn't take the Cubs job because of the proximity to where he lives. He took the Cubs job because they gave him $40 million.
Yes.
I mean, nobody was going to give him that kind of money. He got a 5-year, $40 million deal. Let's call it like you see it. He took it because I went to Sirius. Why do you think I went? They paid me a fortune.
Money, right?
They gave him $40 million for 5 years.
It's close to my home in Connecticut, Dogs. I can go drive in and do satellite radio. I mean, you admit it, right? Also, the whole David Ross aspect bothers me, just like the Buck Showalter thing bothers me. I think in this game, you do earn certain things, and I thought both of those guys earned enough to not get blown out the way they both did.
Ross, I can't believe it. Plus, he's a Cub World Series hero there in 2016. He did a very good job with that. He did an excellent job with that team. So. I mean, I know they lost 6 out of 7 Arizona in September, but he did a good job with that team. And is counsel theoretically a better manager? All right, maybe a little better.
Maybe, yeah.
But, I mean, still, Ross did not deserve this. 100% right. And let's not also forget, and don't tell me it's a crapshoot, because if it's a crapshoot for counsel with managers' postseason records, how come it's not a crapshoot for Bochy, who wins all the time in a postseason? But counsel's lost 11 of 13 in his last postseason games. I mean, Bochy this past year was 13-4 for Texas, and go back and look at his giant postseason record. He does nothing but win in the postseason. So it can't be a crapshoot for one manager. Well, it's a crapshoot, you never know. Yet it's not a crapshoot for Bochy. So how does it work for him?
Yeah.
Does he win it by luck?
Yeah.
I mean, so that bothers me too. And I'm not knocking counsel. Good for him. He wants to be Norma Ray, Samuel Gompers. Take the money. $40 million. I'm with you 100%.
Samuel Gompers, I have to explain to a number of people. Look up your labor leaders for 100, please. All right, yes. Doug, I just went through the free agent market. Ohtani, Snell, Bellinger, Nola, Hader. I'm out. Are you paying anyone in this? And here's the projected numbers that are out there. This is on MLB Trade Rumors. I mean, maybe it's close, maybe it's not. Tell me who you're in on in this free agent market among the big guys.
Yeah, none of them.
Yeah.
First off, Josh Hader refused to pitch for the Padres the last week of the year against San Francisco when they still had a mathematical chance to make the playoffs. So because of that, I wouldn't give him a penny. Out. Snell that's a lot of money for Snell, but he's going to win 2 Cy Youngs. I wouldn't pay it to him, but, I can understand that. I mean, he's going to get it. It wouldn't be for me, but he's going to get it. Bellinger is 12 years for $200 and some odd million for Cody Bellinger. I mean, a couple of years ago, he was hitting 190. I mean, I would not do that under any circumstances.
Exactly.
And this is me. Now, I would not, under any circumstances, I am not paying Ohtani because, and the Dodgers might do it, and the Dodgers have plenty of money. Don't get me wrong, and Ohtani's great. Don't get me wrong there. But when you pay the one guy all that money, it never works.
Right.
Never does it work.
Doug, we're not even arguing because, look, and people don't even realize, look, the Astros, as good as they dabble in it, right? The Orioles don't even barely get involved. The Rays don't get involved. Have a good organization and don't depend on that.
We
got to go shopping.
How about Atlanta?
Right.
How about Atlanta? Atlanta doesn't get involved in this nonsense.
And they pay their own guys. And it's not about you don't want to pay the players. The players don't. No, the players earn it. Pay your own players. Like you get Austin Riley. Make him rich. Don't go get Austin Riley when he's 31 from another club. Pay your own Austin Riley. All right, Dog, along those lines, Brian Cashman went at it with the media yesterday at the GM meetings about a subject, by the way, that you've hammered him on. I think he's listening too much to you. Listen in.
People talk about we're analytically driven, right? Do you know we're the least large? We have the smallest analytics department in the American League East. Is that a shocker to you guys? We have the largest pro scouting department in all of baseball. Is that a shocker to you, to everybody? Shouldn't be, but no one's doing their deep dives. They're just throwing ammunition and accusing us of being run analytically.
There you go, dog. Right to you. I hope you're happy. You got Brian Cashman to renounce analytics publicly. I hope you're happy.
Well, bottom line is, remember, saying you're the least in the American League East, you got Baltimore and Tampa in the division, and just by the nature of those franchises, they got to spend a fortune on data. So that's a little misleading. And these are the Yankees. They found Garrick. They found Mickey Mantle, for crying out loud. Of course they're going to have a big scouting department.
Farm fields out in Iowa, and, in Oklahoma.
And one other thing, and I love that, and I know this is hard to believe, I'm a Cashman fan. I've known him forever. Can he take the sunglasses off and stop the cursing when he's meeting the media in Scottsdale, Arizona, please?
Only you. Only you bring up no one else is wearing. Only you bring up no one else is wearing glasses, which I guess you're right. But he's embattled. He hears all these things, and why is that? And you bring it up too. These, you always say the dopey analytics. How do you think teams are winning, dog? Come on. How do you again? The Orioles won the division. Rays are winning 95 every year. How do you think they're doing it? They're not out there saying, you go by your gut. I know it's a popular thing to say, but it's not true.
Brian, who won the World Championship?
The Rangers. You don't think they have an advanced baseball ops department under Chris Young?
Chris Young is a former player.
And a former player from Princeton who gets it. He's got I was out there talking to these guys. They have scouts who obviously have scouts who are now bought into this new way with the new tools. Everybody's doing it. And the Yankees once had the largest baseball ops group when it was less than fashionable. They couldn't brag on it because the Rays were doing it and the Moneyball A's were doing it. But of course you have to use analytics. You can't get blinded by it. It's a tool. But now he's got to come out there and chum in the water to appease the masses. Hey, we don't use analytics. Don't worry, folks. We go by the gut. And people like you are yelling at him.
Well, Bochy doesn't go by analytics, and he's one of the greatest managers in history of baseball. Who does nothing but win in the postseason. You must have gone nuts when guys like Eovaldi and Montgomery went through that lineup for a third time in postseason play. So I don't want to hear a word. Furthermore, throw in the idea, did Brian forget about, he's bringing up Joey Gallo. What? Joey Gallo? How about Stanton? When I screamed not just me, when a lot of people thought that was a horrendous move when the Yankees brought Stanton in.
But you know what, Doug, I'll say this.
I didn't.
Well, good for you.
I hated it.
The Stanton deal has helped sink them. And that's not analytics. That's falling in love with the big slugger, and they don't mind paying the money, and then you can't make other moves. Look, on the whole, dog, I want to say, I think Brian Cashman, he's a Hall of Fame executive. He's done a tremendous job. But this is a bad year and a half for the Yankees. I'll say that.
Well, let's say this. Did Ed Barrow last 25 years? How about George Weiss?
They were running breweries back then.
How about Brian Sabian, who's a Hall of Famer with 3 titles? 25 years. How about trying somebody else once in a while, for crying out loud?
He's winning 99, 103, 100. He's winning 100 an awful lot. Doug, we got to go.
These are the Yankees. He's got a $300 million payroll. He should win, for crying out loud. Oh, my God. He paid Cole $325 million. They gave Judge $360 million. That's easy to win when you have that kind of resources at your disposal. You know that better than anybody.
Doug, you're doing a great job. Thank you. I'm not surprised at you. You always deliver. See you, Doug. Mad Dog Russo. He's mostly right. You're never going to be all right.